Okay guys, straight off the bat from my review of the toffee liquid from JACVapour, this is another UK JACVapour liquid sent to me free of charge yesterday. Obviously that will not affect the unbiased nature of the review. This is real coffee. I'm guessing it's not actually real coffee, that would be a bit weird. 10ml bottle, PG-VG ratio is 30-70, so it's a VG dominant. You can get it in a PG-VG version as well. This is just the VG one. Nicotine strength is 12 milligrams. You can get it anything from 0 to 24 on the site. 10ml bottle like this will cost you, I think, £5.19, so it is a bit on the expensive scale for some of the UK liquids you can get. Just to show you quickly, as ever, you get the very good labelling, information, important information, warnings, safety warnings, use by date, batch number, safety symbols, the warning triangle there, and it has a childproof cap and the standard plastic needle, okay, or dripper, whatever you want to call it. So I am going to be using for this my 1300 mAh fixed voltage battery. It is 4.2 volts, I think. This is kind of standard for manual batteries like this. And I am using a very beautiful, very stylish, I forgot the name then, a Kangatech ProTank Mini 3, or ProTank 3 Mini, whatever you want to call it. It's JAC branded, but it is a Kangatech. Okay, right, so let's see how it vapes. Okay, so a fair amount of vapour, as you would expect from a predominantly VG liquid. A bit interesting, this one. It has a kind of slightly burnt toast taste to it. Not as unpleasant as it sounds. It's not a burnt tank, I should point out. I've had plenty of experience over the last day with burnt tanks. But that's just my phone. But yeah, it's not unpleasant. It tastes like a filter coffee. So, I mean, it's called real coffee, and I guess most people would say real coffee is kind of proper filter coffee, or, you know, ground beans. It does have a kind of ground bean taste to it. If you've ever opened up a packet of fresh coffee and sniffed it, you're probably as weird as me, but if you have done that, yeah, it kind of tastes like that smell. If you're looking for something a bit more syrupy, a bit more like a coffee flavouring, or a coffee cake, you're not going to get that really, but it is called real coffee, so you get what you get. Not very sweet at all. In terms of the flavour, it's quite bitter, so it's like a bitter filter coffee. I think JACVapour did make a coffee flavour previously that they kind of revised in this one. I think people said it was a bit too sweet, a bit too syrupy, and so this is a refinement of that, and certainly there's not really much sweetness or syrupiness to it. Not really getting much of a throat hit, 12 milligrams, so, you know, your mileage may vary. Push up the nicotine, perhaps that will change, but not too much of a throat hit. Plenty of vapour. It's okay for me. I mean, I prefer probably a slightly more syrupy flavour. I do tend to drink a lot more instant coffee. Good, strong, high quality instant coffee, not rubbish, but it does kind of taste to me a bit like, well, like I said, it tastes like fresh coffee grounds. So I guess it kind of ticks that box, being called real coffee. If it were called coffee, I'd probably expect more like a syrupy coffee taste, like a coffee flavouring, but it is called real coffee, and it kind of lives up to that. Does it taste like what it's supposed to? Well, on the basis that it's called real coffee, I would give it a 10, because it does taste like a filter coffee, to be fair. It depends what you're coming into this looking for. Like I said, if you're looking for a kind of syrupy flavouring or an instant coffee with sweeteners or sugar, you're not really going to get that. This is pure filter coffee taste, pure coffee bean, ground coffee bean, bean. Yeah, so it does have a slight burnt toast taste, like I said. The burnt taste is kind of like the taste of freshly prepared coffee, I guess. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for what it's supposed to taste like. It does live up to that. What do I think of it? Let's have another go. I do quite like this one, really. I wasn't sure at first. Like the toffee, I've let it stay in the tank for a bit. It's been in there for about 12 hours or so. It is the kind of liquid that you, even though I think it's already steeped, you might want to leave it a little bit, just to kind of get a bit more steeping in it, improve the flavour. It's growing on me. I would probably give this an 8, because I think it is quite pleasant. If you're looking for a kind of freshly ground coffee taste, you'll get it with this. For me, I was kind of hoping for maybe a slightly sweeter taste, a slightly more syrupy taste. That's really not the bottle's fault, that's not the liquid's fault, it is what it says it is, real coffee. But for me personally, I would maybe like something a bit sweeter with a bit more flavour from the coffee, a bit less of the kind of burnt grounds taste, or maybe not burnt, but kind of heated grounds. So it is really a kind of your mileage may vary with this one. If you want fresh filter coffee, or kind of an espresso kind of taste, then this will do the job. Like I said, it is $5.19 for a 10ml bottle, so it's kind of a bit expensive compared to other liquids. They do tend to be extremely high quality liquids though, so I guess you get what you pay for in some cases. But yeah, hopefully you find that kind of useful. If you've tried this and you agree, or well, if you disagree, then let me know in the comments, and yeah, see what everybody thinks. But definitely a good filter coffee taste, if that's what you're looking for. So happy vaping.